Doria hangs out with the Kardashians. According to Vanity Fair, Harry's wife's mum, Doria Ragland, hung out with Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. Quite possibly one of those headlines that ranks with information that you really, really didn't need to know and is utterly inconsequential, involving a number of individuals who are obsessed with being seen. Interestingly, Doria seems to have cranked things up with regard to her own fuel needs. The Californians apparently were photographed together at an event for the charity This Is About Humanity, which also honoured Jeff Bezos' fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, for her support. I would recommend that you have available some disinfectant or bleach that you can pour into your ears after you've listened to this absolute self-absorbed wank fest that I'm about to tell you. I have explained to you previously how Harry's wife came to be a narcissist. She had the genetic predisposition, which was passed down from one or the other of her parents, since both are narcissists, and her upbringing was one of a lack of control environment. There were two types of lack of control environment that Harry's wife had: the absence of her mother for a number of years and the overcompensating conduct of her father. Thus, that created a lack of control environment. She had the genetic predisposition towards narcissism, and thus and lo, a narcissist was created. We haven't heard as much of Thomas Markle as of late. He's somewhat retreated from the limelight following his stroke last year, although he did appear in the television interview when he was having a barbie and met up with his son and daughter for the first time in some time, with Thomas Jr. and Samantha. And Doria, of course, she pops up here and there as the useful lieutenant who is tolerated by Harry's wife because she serves a purpose by way of residual benefit, childminding services, and also assists with the facade, given the fact that Harry's wife has managed to fall out with her father, her two half-siblings, and her in-laws in the royal family. Her mother is the only family member that she will tolerate and serves a very important purpose to her as part of the facade to make her seem like Harry's wife gets along with at least somebody in her family. But Doria, of course, is a narcissist herself, and that means that she has the same needs as her daughter, albeit she's a different type of narcissist. She similarly must control those around her. She must draw fuel. She gains character traits and residual benefits. Her daughter fits within her own fuel matrix as a non-intimate secondary source. So does Harry. There are times where Harry's wife and Doria are able to feed off one another with regard to controlling Harry, ensuring that both have control over him and that they both are able to draw fuel from him. Doria has the residual benefit that she's made a considerable amount of money as a consequence of her involvement with her daughter and her involvement with the royal family. And therefore, Doria's narcissism sees the benefit, if you will, in ensuring that it remains on good terms with her daughter. Because she's comparatively easy to control, because they're not with one another all of the time, she's able to get fuel from her by way of her responses, but she's an important provider of residual benefits to Doria. Doria, of course, has benefited from her connection with her son-in-law and daughter because it's created prominence for her, allowing her to now start to flex her own pursuit of fuel and character traits and residual benefits independently of her daughter by virtue of her status as mother of the Duchess of Sussex. And this is why she has now started to be reported on in her own right. Ever since Harry's wife started dating Prince Harry back in 2016, her mother Doria Ragland has kept a pretty low profile. Ragland, a yoga teacher and social worker, spoke publicly about the couple for the first time as part of their 2022 Netflix docuseries, Harry and Harry's Wife. Though she's been heavily involved in raising her grandchildren, residual benefit nannying services, since the family relocated to California, she's apparently been finding some time to have fun on her own. On Saturday, She was spotted at a gala celebrating the charity This Is About Humanity, how ironic, where she posed alongside Kim Kardashian and her mother, Kris Jenner. Character trait acquisition, assertion of control, drawing of fuel by triangulating with those individuals. The event, hosted at actor Henry Winkler's house in Los Angeles, was celebrating the 5th anniversary of the charity, which works to raise awareness about families separated at the US-Mexico border. Saturday's party also honoured Lauren Sanchez for her financial support. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the fiancée of Jeff Bezos made a $1 million contribution, which is akin to anybody else giving 50 cents, and said, "Jeff, I just want to say thank you for inspiring me to get out into the world and make a difference. Oh, and the fact that you're a multi-billionaire isn't such a bad thing either." She also told a story about a journalism teacher who inspired her when she was younger. Each one of us can be the person who inspires someone else to chase their dreams, yada yada yada, she went on. The event was not Ragland's first solo night out of the summer. In July, she was spotted at a Beverly Hills event for the artist Honor Titus. She also accompanied Harry's wife and Harry to the Ms. Foundation Awards in New York City this May. Accordingly, Doria Ragland pops up and gets photographed with Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. Of course, this benefits Harry's wife because, remember, she, as an unconscious narcissist, an unaware narcissist, has people as an extension of herself. So the achievements of people in her fuel matrix, such as her mother, Harry's wife is able to garner and therefore leverage off what her mother is doing. It's as if Harry's wife was there herself in Harry's wife's mind. Thus she will gain some thought fuel and will be in a position to suggest that it's through her that these connections have been made because she's so important and so interesting. Thus there is a benefit to Harry's wife because, as usual, she gets mentioned because she's the daughter of Doria Ragland. So the relevant article benefits Harry's wife in terms of enabling her to assert control over the viewership on her behalf and the drawing of fuel. It also benefits Doria Ragland because, as a narcissist herself, she is able to assert control through being shown to be with Kardashian and Jenner, and she draws fuel from people's reactions. Doria Ragland is a yoga teacher and a supposed social worker also. She's not a particularly inspirational figure, but once again she has benefited from the prominence that her daughter has, and as a narcissist is keen to do so. And you'll have noted that increasingly she has come out of the shadows and is appearing more and more often and is content to be featured also, because her narcissism directs that it is beneficial for her also to make these appearances and to be featured. Indeed, her narcissism will be creating for Doria Ragland a delight in these appearances, driving her to be more likely to want to do it all the more, getting a taste now for this increased level of fame and recognition that she's enjoying. Because, as you know, fame caters to the prime aims. It allows the narcissist to assert control by being seen, allows the narcissist to draw fuel as a consequence of recognition. It allows access to residual benefits, people perhaps inviting her to events, giving her freebies, etc. And thus, Harry's wife's mother will be keen to continue this prominence because it is advantageous to her and subconsciously enables her also to pursue the prime aims. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.